This case is one of the top unsolved cases in the United States today. January 15th, 1947, this girl's body's found, and the last time she was seen before her body was found is 9 days before. That's a lot of lost time.
Yeah, and nobody knows what was happening during that time. She's a 22-year-old, and she's an aspiring actress slash like she wants to be a celebrity. She wants to be a starlet. These are her vibes.
She was kind of a nomad. Like, she went and stayed in a bunch of different places. She couch surfed a lot. And then she actually tried to sleep in a movie theater. And one of the employees was like, hey, like, do you need a place to go? Like, you can stay with us. And they ended up becoming her roommates for a little while.
On January 15th, 1947, Elizabeth Short was discovered in a park in Los Angeles. When she was discovered by a mom and a daughter, a young child. And the mom and the daughter were just walking in the park, and the mom saw what looked to be a mannequin and thought it was kind of weird and went to look closer, and then found out that it in fact was a body. The reason why she didn't realize it was a body is because of all of the details of the case. Her body, upon discovery, was drained from blood and cut into multiple pieces, and then staged to be just like sitting there as if it was a mannequin. Her face was carved into a smile from ear to ear,
which they believe happened to her while she was still alive.
And a lot of her innards were taken out and placed under the body as if she was just sitting on them. She also had a lot of lacerations on her chest and I think her thighs.
Like, this is someone who is deranged.
But yeah, it's a really, really weird case, and a lot of people were very disturbed by it. She had a tattoo that was removed, and that is why she actually received the name, the Black Dahlia.
There are actually over 200 pages in just the FBI's released files about this case. So if you guys want to read more about this case and you want more information, just let me know and I will post them all in our community tab. Well, maybe not all of them, but I can post a lot of them.
So because of how the body was drained of blood and how it was cut, people believe that it was done by a butcher originally, and then a doctor, and then there was actually like fertilizer found around her body, so then they thought maybe it was a farmer or something. So those were the top occupations that people spectated it was.
So the thing about her is, once they did kind of a deep dive into her life, you know, I think that there was a reporter who said that she actually deserved this, and that was because in 1947 I do not think that she was known to be an upstanding woman. She actually was arrested in Santa Barbara at one point for underage drinking, and she was drinking unaccompanied with multiple different men, soldiers. So a lot of people thought she was maybe a little bit promiscuous.
Yeah, and in that time, people didn't really have tattoos. That's why this tattoo became such a main focus of the case. And most women that did have tattoos were ladies of the night. Mm-hmm. Which we don't know if she was.
It feels like it would be a serial killer.
Yeah, but it only happened.
But it only happened to one girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of a brief overview of the case. Obviously, like Nikki said, there's a lot in this case. So
this is huge. It would be like a 5-hour-long video if we told you all of the
exactly
details.
But those are just us brushing over some of the important part. One of the other important points is that where she was last seen.
So we are going to the hotel that she was last seen at, which was the Millennium Biltmore. And the guy that she had been dating at the time, she told him that she was meeting her sister there. But her sister lived out of state, so it's more than likely that her sister was never going to meet her there. He dropped her off. She went to a phone booth and was last seen at the phone booth, and there's also reports of her being last seen on the 10th floor of the hotel. So one of those two.
They saw her meandering around the hotel. She was in a black suit. very well manicured, hair and makeup done, fully prepped for what some people might perceive as a night out. Yeah, we basically decided that we want to go see if we can
talk to her and see what happened. What's her
Yeah.
side of the story?
Yeah, and there's a lot of history on the Millennium Baltimore in general.
But for this video, we're focusing on her story.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what comes out. Let's go investigate.